Salutations, tubes of you. So let's do a part dos. We'll do a. So the Max-9. After shooting it, really wasn't very, how you say, blown away. As an EDC, this has a lot going for it in a lot of ways. It's super compact, decent capacity, very budget friendly. It's got this high vis with a tritium insert there, so it's, it's blacked out rear, tritium front. I'm just going to talk about it. The fit and finish of the Ruger Ready Dot on here is absolutely magnificent. Trying a little new lighting, I guess. So anyway, shooting it, I wasn't monstrously impressed. So we'll take the 12 rounder out. It's got a flush fit 10. I think I've shown that in the last video. But so, it's absolutely nice, and that red dot is really nice. There's a lot going for this gun. So after shooting it, I was underwowed, and I actually had two. I was going to do a his and hers for the wife, because and she was really underwowed with it. And when she was underwowed, I thought, well, we definitely don't need two. I had bought one with no thumb safety, more of a guy's desire, and one with a thumb safety, like if the wife was carrying it in her purse, she might want a thumb safety to turn it on. She likes her thumb safety on her G2C 9mm, so I thought, all right. And I was selling. I actually had this one up. The person that come to it was on auction, and then when the person went to buy it, they were like, "Oh, well, I thought it was brand new." And I said, "Well, I have this one is brand new, never been shot. This one was shot on a thumb safety." And he, picked the thumb safety because they'd never been shot. And he's a friend, so basically, 2 days after he bought it and left, he comes to me with this issue. And Ruger, your triggers, they're very lacking when it comes right down to it. And that might be why I was underwowed with it. The trigger, you've got to walk 500 yards to get the trigger to click. Go ahead, make sure it's cocked. Okay, so look at all this travel. Okay, free. Okay, first wall. Then it breaks. Then you can see, and it doesn't always, I was holding it, I didn't let it freeform. So, it's got a pretty reasonable reset, but it feels crap, okay? I don't like the trigger at all. The trigger is crap. But the guy that bought it noticed something, and I want to put it out there. If you were drawing this from conceal, and you were in trouble, and you were in a hurry, there's a very good possibility that this could happen. Alright, now if you notice what just happened, the trigger bar is still engaged. I'm pushing on that thing with a shit ton of force. When this trigger bar, I don't know if you can see in there. Okay. Hell. This bar goes into there's a U cutout right in there. Let me get out a piece of brass. So there's a U-notch cutout here, and there's a ledge. And if you're pulling and you don't fully engage that safety, if that safety does not come completely out of the way in that first instance, if you pull and for some reason that trigger hangs up, that ledge hangs up, if you're getting your finger in there in a hurry, it's locked until you back off the gas pedal. Kind of a minor thing, but I can see the argument. So after looking at it, I was thinking, should I file this shoe off on his gun? Should I try to polish this ledge? And I think that would be just as disabling to the trigger safety as just taking it completely all the way out so that you have no trigger safety. Which, disabling it, that's a whole new can of worms, and I wouldn't want to go in that department because you're looking at liabilities if something happened. So got to leave this alone. Or let's bring his gun in. Now to the Galloway Precision flat face trigger. I've actually, so let me put my mag in. Let me just leave my mag over here. I'll dump his mag over here to the other side. So this is a nice trigger. I'm trying to get it to lock up, and it does release. You can, did you just see that? It will lock up a little bit, but if you get in there, this one will cut and break. So that issue, this trigger solves that issue right there. Because I was going to just swap him out and give him this one with no thumb safety, if this trigger, because I thought it was maybe the gun was malfunctioning. And then when I found out, no, it's not, it's just a trigger. Ruger, why aren't you doing this? I mean, this trigger seems to, the safety seems to work here. So the safety on this seems to work, but watch this trigger. When you come in there, it's still kind of rough, but you've cut the 500 yard travel down to 250 with this short. Okay, let me just ghost it back. And that seems like it's maybe instead of a 250 yard return, it's about a 125 yard return. This is a great trigger. I like this trigger. I like it so much that I have ordered one. It is on the way from Galloway for this gun. This is my gun. This is Pert's sold gun. So since this is his gun and new, I can't fire it, and I really want to fire it. So I got to put it in here, and then we'll do a part 3, and we'll see how this is. I actually got video of me shooting this for the first time, and I don't know, it jammed up once. I don't know if it's a break-in needed. I mean, or it could be the ammo, who knows. But this trigger is absolutely, I mean, yeah, that's an amazing trigger. Look at that. It's got maybe it's a 200 yard reset, but you definitely, I mean, you can see it there in the comparison. There's no comparison. This trigger's got to go so far. This has got to come halfway back just to get to where this one's resting. So Galloway Precision, good job. I want to shoot it. We will do this part 3. This is just I'm trying to keep it short, get the story out. But no, Ruger, you should do something about this trigger. I think it's, sorry, pardon my French, dog shit. So yeah, we'll see how this works. Part 3 on the way. But yes, the Ruger, this gun has a lot going for it, and this Ready Dot is nice, especially it does overhang on the GX43. I put it on, it had overhangs, I took it off. I'm not going to leave it there. I don't like it there. I don't really like the overhang, but it's perfect for this gun. I mean, it's a great sight system. I like it, and the idea is very nifty. But that trigger is absolute junk. I'd say get you the Galloway Precision. Went ahead and set up an account because I like this one so much. So I'll probably be getting me a Galloway Precision trigger. It's been shipped, so I'll put it on, try to get a video up before long. But I love that trigger. The OEM trigger is absolute trash. Just take it out and throw it in the garbage and put a Galloway in there. They have done a massive improvement, and I'm kind of sold now. I may be putting Galloway triggers in more guns now. Anyway, see y'all in part 3. Sorry for going a little long in the tooth, but just wanted to explain what was going on and how this trigger works. So, see y'all in the next video. Till then, stay safe and remain free.